Something a bit different in this video. This is all about the gear that we take in the van for when I'm gigging. So we do a lot of the gigs from the van at the Tan Hill or in Reef. So if this is of any use to anybody, have a watch. Hi, we're Nikki and Billy, and this is our channel. So it's all about our little adventures in our van, whether that's hiking mountains, biking, socialising, eating, drinking, or just us. So if you want to follow us, just subscribe and see what we get up to. Right, we're at home for the next few weeks. Basically, we were away at the weekend, last weekend, but we didn't film it because it was a party. And I got kidney stones, so nearly ended up in A&E, but we managed to struggle through. Seemed to have cleared that. What I thought I'd do is, we've got some gigs coming up next month and the month after, and I thought I'd show you the gear that we can take in the van. So all the gear is based around being able to carry it in the van. So it's a small setup for gigging, and I thought I'd show you that. Yeah, so on to guitars. They're a personal choice. People prefer different types of guitars. I had Faiths before because Faiths were really good value. I had two. So first of all, I had a naked one, and then I had a Neptune, which was like satin black, which is very Johnny Cash-ish, which I loved. They've done what, 2014 and 2013, those guitars, and I've just recently got rid of them. So they were good, but I always wanted something a bit nicer, a bit special, and I got myself a Taylor a couple of years ago. So the problem is that this Taylor, it's a 414 CER with the new V bracing across it. It's just such a lovely sound, and it's so much better than the Taylors. So here's a little ditty. It's a beautiful guitar, stunning guitar. And the problem with it being so nice is that's my go-to guitar to play. But as a guitar I want to keep forever, I don't want to hammer it too much. So what I decided to do is sell the Faiths and buy myself another backup guitar for this. But because I like this so much, the backup guitar I got was a cheaper Taylor, which I'll show you, which is an AD17. I got a cracking deal, and it's probably nearly a third the price of that, and sounds brilliant. And that's the one that I don't mind if it gets a bit scuffed and worn, if I can use it for hammering out the faster songs. So I'll show you that one. So the backup guitar is another Taylor. It's the AD17E. So same as the 414 CE, the C stands for cutaway, the E stands for electric, acoustic. So it means it's got the pickup system. So this has the ES2 system, which is the same as the other guitar. It has the same V bracing, slightly different shape, slightly different build and different materials, still solid word. Gives the same sort of sound. But I'm not going to cry if I get a mark on this, am I? I think it's a brilliant guitar. I would say this is what a lot of people should be aiming for if they want a gigging guitar. It's absolutely brilliant. Obviously edges and stuff are slightly different. They save money on bits and bobs, but it just sounds great. You can get a full body sound from it as well. Guitar face there as well. So yeah, so that is the one that I will hammer, and I really like playing it. So I don't mind playing this at all. It's a great guitar. If you get a chance, get one. I got this on Tom, and there was a deal, and it was less than £1,000. So I think when they came out, they're about 1,700. They've dropped because there's newer models come out. But if you can get a deal on one, get one, and you won't regret it. You can just gig this, have a brilliant sound, but not be too precious about it. So yeah, great guitar. So what we need to do is now figure out how all of this plugs into a little system that I take with me in the van. another bit of advice is if you're going to travel around with guitars in camper vans, things are going to move about, you're not always sure it's going to be safe, get a decent case. And I don't just mean a decent case that comes with a guitar. I mean, get a Hiscox. This little baby I've had for 2013, I think I got it. It's been to Crete several times, a couple of times a year. It's been on planes, it's had mountain bikes on top of it in big bags, it's had everybody's luggage on top of it, it's been at the bottom of the cart coming off the plane. Not a single piece of damage. I've got one little crack, but not a single piece of damage to a guitar. And I've travelled a lot with this, so if you really, really value your guitar, get one of these babies. I mean, it's just, I could stand on this, it would be all right. Look, I'll do it. You probably wouldn't do that in a normal guitar case, would you? So get one. Right, this is my amp. So this is the amp, nice and small, fits in the van, but it's also the amp I take abroad. So it goes in overhead luggage, or it can actually go under the seats. I've done that before. So it's a Fishman Lower Box Mini. It's got two inputs, mic and guitar. You've got your low, medium, treble, you've got chorus, you've got your reverb for your voice. At 60 watts, it's more than enough for pub gigs. I've used this quite a lot of places, and for a small amp, it just works. It's brilliant. It's got an auxiliary at the back that I've never used. It's also got a DI output, which has been used. So that was used on a mountain bike festival, like a race. I did the race, and then partway through the race I stopped and did a gig for a few hours, and they plugged this straight into their PA system, so it went out to hundreds and hundreds of people. It runs off power, plug-in power. I know the more modern ones, you can actually get this with battery inside as well, so you could use it for busking. And great, it's got a lot of marks because this has done over a decade of gigs, and a lot of them going abroad on the plane, etc. So, but yeah, it's still working. It's a fantastic piece of kit. I really, really like it. I think I will probably replace it at some point, but with the newer version with the battery in. Why, if it ain't broke, why fix it? It's a great thing. So yeah, Fishman Lower Box Mini. Really nice piece of kit. Right, so one of the big things that you have is a microphone stand, and they're quite cumbersome, but you can get small ones. Now there is an air turn go stand. That'll cost you about 70 quid once you bought the boom separately to the stand. Collapses really small. What I found was something on Amazon called Kahaya. It's a C-H-A-H-A-Y-A, I think. But they do a collapsible stand. Now, it comes in bits rather than all collapsing down like the air turn go stand. But this thing cost me about 24 quid. And you weigh that up against the 70 quid, it's quite a saving. And I'm actually had this in the van, but this has been abroad with me as well. So it's quite a good stand. If I drop this down, you can see it a bit further. I'll drop it down. I'll not put it full height. And obviously just fit your mic holder on a stand, mic holder there, whichever mic you've got. They should usually come with a specific holder. That's it, 24 quid. And this has been abroad, and it's been in the van. It's done gigs at the Tan Hill. It's done local gigs in pubs. It's much easier to carry. I can stick it in a bag. I don't need to take as much gear. Just put it all in a rucksack pretty much, apart from the amp. So yeah, it's a cracking little thing for 20 odd quid. And again, it's lasted a couple of years for 20 odd quid. Buy another one, couldn't I, for that price? So that's what I used for mic. Now, I used to use a mic music stand and put all my music sheets on there. I don't anymore. What I do is I use an iPad. So I've got Ultimate Guitar tabs on there. And I use the thing here. I think this was also probably 20 odd quid from Amazon. Fasten that on. And I'll just put my iPad on. So the iPad has the set list on. I don't have to open up all the things, but there are some stuff there that probably help from having the words more than the chords, because there's a lot of stuff to learn, especially if you're doing like 3 sets or whatever. You're going on for a few hours, it's quite a lot to memorize, and it helps you pick up new songs, because one of the things that I stopped gigging for when I was in Newcastle was because you were singing the same stuff over and over again. It was really boring. So using this, I can start to do the songs that I'm not so comfortable with and get up and running quicker with them. So yeah, so that's the gear I use so far. I'll show you what mic I use, and that'll be no surprise. So what microphone am I going to use? Well, you want it to last, you want it to be sounding great, so here it is. It's the Shure SM58. Now, world's most popular microphone, really solid, probably going to last forever, really. There's people that have had these for decades and they're still going. So yeah, get one of these babies. I've got some backup ones, not as posh, but they work fine. But yeah, I've always wanted one of these, cracking little thing. So that's what I use for my mic. So that leaves, what do I put my guitar on? There we have it. A nice, strong, small stand. Great piece of kit. I can't remember what this one is, TGI, but it's nice and solid. You want to get a decent stand. You don't want a flimsy stand that might fall over. You need a bit of weight in it. Yeah, cracking little thing. So it doesn't take up much space at all. So if you put this all together, this is what you get. So I'll play a song, but I'll play one of my own songs, just in case we get a black mark against us on YouTube for doing somebody else's. Had my fair share of barn brawls, far too many drinking juice, close calls. Drink whiskey from the Highlands to the Isles, and when I shared bottles I shared smiles. Had too much drink, too much wine. When I did I had a real good time. They say youth's wasted on the young, and I'm not sure that I done do what I've done. Life's too short for regrets. I ain't planning on having any yet. Had a million love affairs, some that got away, but who cares? Been engaged more times than I care to tell, and I admit they didn't always win that well. Had enough women to feed 10 men, but if I lived my life over I'd have them all again. Cause they say youth's wasted on the young, but I'm not sure that I done do what I've done. Life's too short for regrets. I ain't planning on having any yet. Conquered mountain high and river wild, got enough stories to tell my child. Sailed into the raging night, and I've slept under stars and moonshine. young, I'm not sure that I'd undo what I've done. Life's too short for regrets. I ain't planning on having any yet. Well, hope it's been useful to somebody somewhere. If you want to go and start gigging in your van, nice little setup. Okay, so when are we away in the van doing gigs? Well, the next one's the 27th of May, that's at the Black Bull in Reef. Then the 15th of July, I'm at the Tan Hill. Then the 5th of August in the Buck Hotel in Reef. And then 6th of January, back up for our annual get-together at Tan Hill again. So it'd be great to see any of you van lifers there. Don't forget to subscribe. See what else we get up to. I think we're off to Rhodes next month with the mountain bikes, and there'll be a few van trips and stuff this summer. So it'd be great to have you along. Bye.